Traders, it's Zellman here. It's August 27, 2018 after the market closed. It's a Monday. I'm going to provide you guys a trading report update on ticker symbol HEME. Just really quick, let me just show you what was going on the daily. I have no idea how this trend line popped up, but let me remove that. And let me just get out of the draw section so we don't mess anything up. All right, so we have this downtrend, uptrend. Like I said, it's a trading channel. If you recall my previous tutorials, I stated that we will see HEME do something similar as this movement right here, where she'll trail up to the trend line and then maybe start trailing down. So she didn't get to her trend line yet. So you see her downtrend line is around 7. But as far as her uptrend line, you see where it's getting teased around from breaking and closed up. And then on the 23rd of August, it actually closed just at, or I want to say just at or close to below the trend line. And remember, just because this trend line is here, it doesn't mean it's exactly accurate to the T, but it's accurate to the area of where the downtrend is. Maybe it's not accurate by, you know, 1/100th of a penny or 200th of a penny or whatever the case may be, but it's accurate within the range of it going from long to from a buy to a sell. So what you saw here, it just closed right under it. Then you saw on the 24th, prior to the weekend, past Friday, she opened up lower, but she surged at the end, at the close of the day, forming up that support, that trend, which ultimately on a weekly basis gave HEME somewhat of a hammer, low volume, but nevertheless hammer, which gave it somewhat of a push or strength to move forward in this trading range. You have to understand it's August and there's volatility in the markets right now, especially the last 2 weeks of August till after Labor Day. However, this stock, you know, has a low flow. It's volatile as it is anyway, regardless. So she can move rapidly, not even trading, you know, 5-10 million shares. I think today it traded about 1.2 million shares for the day. And you can see, well, this is all weekly, but let's get into daily and let's take a look at the volume. You can see it's practically nothing. And look what it did. Okay, 1 million shares compared to what it does average, I would say this is less than average, at least half, or maybe, you know, maybe a third. But you see, look at this. So then you have these high, big volume days, which we haven't seen since this big move. We had something over here, and now we're at this play again. Now for the MAC histogram. What I like about the MAC histogram when I'm looking at the daily, you see it turning over and trying to head to positive territory. That is good to know, especially 2 reasons why I like the MAC histogram on this particular stock, and I'm paying a lot of attention to. When she went positive and kept surging positive, you saw HEME boom, right? And then when she started going negative, or get from its high of the positive territory, going negative, you saw it trail down real fast until it got to negative territory. And then it seemed like it stabilized. And even though it went positive here on the 31st of July and the 1st of August, you saw it trail, but it was going positive, but then it started going negative. But the stock still started going higher based on that. Then the MAC histogram started going negative again, and it continued a negative pattern. But you can see, HEME, H-E-M-E, in general, what it did was it's pretty much stayed above the support trend line and stayed above this support right here, which I'm going to draw for you right now. Let's just do a horizontal line right there. And you can see, even though the MAC histogram, so this is its base right here, right? Even though the MAC histogram was positive here, when the MAC histogram went negative and to its lowest points, it never went below the support level where these tails are. So this is a great indication of going higher. Now, the one thing that really bothers me is if the MAC histogram continues in a negative pattern, meaning you see her going up right here, you see her going up positive, and then maybe you tick to positive territory, and then continue going down and force a longer bearish cycle. Now, if that happens, the stock will become bearish. But I've seen it happen from time to time. But from the looks of it, it looks like there is a buying force in HEME. There's not a lot of shares out there. So I don't think it will happen with a stock, with HEME in general, because of the small flow. If a stock had a larger flow, and it depends what the play was, what the play is. Like, this is the marijuana stock, the marijuana industry. It seems like the whole sector stabilized in a whole. It's my honest belief is the industry, the sector itself, the marijuana, hemp sector, anything that has to do with cannabis, cannabinoid or THC, anything of that in general, especially it's a new industry. I think they're going to outperform next year, anywhere from late this year to somewhere by the end of next year. I think they're going to do extremely well. So that's something to consider and look into. I still think HEM is going higher, and if you guys are into looking into marijuana stocks in general and looking for, like, a great opportunity or a great stock to buy as far as marijuana stocks, there's a lot of them out there. Just do your due diligence. I think a lot of them are going to do well in general. Just stay away from the ones that are not hemp or marijuana related products. What I mean by that, like if they're like a computer system or like a technology to better service products of marijuana, I don't think that'll be beneficial. I think the market in general likes the fact that this is a product that's being used and distributed. I don't think providing software or technology for the sector in general is a play. So if you see a marijuana stock that's not tailored to catering to marijuana products, but they're catered to more of helping solve the problems, like the logistics side of things or whatever the case may be, they might not be the play. Just as something to look into prior to getting into position in marijuana stocks. Once again, my name is Zellman. You can follow me on Twitter at Trading Teacher. If you'd like to take a live trading course with me, visit my site, thetradingteacher.com.